Hi, this video is showing a work in progress of a program which spits out server mods. The server mods will increase the unit stats to assume that the sim speed has been reduced. If we look at the output of one such run, it assumes the sim speed will be reduced to 5.12 frames a second from 10, so everything needs to be made roughly twice as quick. That's the mod it spits out. So if we start the game and actually slow the sim speed down as well, so it is going at roughly half speed, as you can see from here, going roughly half speed. It says 0.6, but it should be 0.512. I'm not sure how accurate the API is, but we'll see. Now there are some issues. As I said, it is work in progress. Things like this animation here are going at half speed, and the timer at the bottom is going half speed, because it does assume a fixed sim speed of 10 frames a second. But if you look here, the factory builds at the normal rate. Units will be built and move at the normal rate. If we see, the commander is walking normally. Single laser defense towers take about 10 seconds to build, as they do normally. Some other things that are a bit strange are the production. Like the commander produces nearly 60 a second. This is to counter the sim speed. It's just how the mod works. What else does that say? As the sim speed gets reduced, the further you reduce the sim speed, like this, the worse the pathfinding gets. Currently we're at going 5 a second. It's not too bad. Units still normally manage to get through difficult terrain, but if the sim speed gets reduced too far, it will result in units going around in circles. So if I get out of this game and show you an extreme example, I suppose it's extreme. If I go into PAM, made another one which assumes the sim speed will be roughly quarter what it normally is. Start up the sim again. This has to be an offline server because you can actually change the sim speed, and the HTTP flag is important because it allows you to change the sim speed. So if I go into the game, set it up, wait for it to load, then start the game, we'll see how bad the pathfinding is. Right, now it's started, we can slow the sim down. Six times, that should be right. Is there another one? Let's try one more. In fact, let's just go back to the start. Normal, so now you go down 6 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There you go. So now we're running the sim at what should be roughly quarter speed to counter the server mod, or the server mod counters the sim speed. If you notice here, the animation will now be 4 times slower, which is excruciating to watch. Again, the timer at the bottom right is 4 times slower, but the commander moves at normal speed. It builds things at a normal speed, so that will take roughly 10 seconds still to build. If we look at the sim speed, it's actually going at 3.3. It should be 2.62. I'm not entirely sure which number to believe, but it's a work in progress, we'll figure it out. If I build loads of units, we can have a look at how the pathfinding is affected. If I make the sim a lot faster, just to pump these units out. Say we get about 10 units, and I'll just send them slow the sim down again. Another thing is there's a slight amount of input lag. Just because the sim is going that much slower, you can actually see the time between the ticks, or you can go quicker or slower, whatever I mean, you know what I mean. So I've sent them on a area patrol around the planet. Let's speed this up again, I'm going too slow. You can see there'll be quite a lot of going around in circles. Particularly patrols is where the problem will arise. But moving from one place to another seems to work out fine. So it's not a huge issue, to be honest. And the basic idea is that you can run the server longer at what seems to be full speed before we start getting lag. So this might be a way to play massive games. At the minute it's static, so you set the sim speed once with a server mod and that's it. In the future there may be a way to make it dynamic, so you could have something like a Java app on the server, on the offline server, which detects when the sim speed has got too low and update the mod, say with the cheat, what's it, allow mod data updates cheat. So that might be something in the future. So when the sim does slow down too much and you're actually seeing slowdown in the game, it will change all the stats of the units so you can run at faster speed again. That's something for the future, possibly. But anyway, that's interesting. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you have any feedback, let me know.